it was going to come a time in this season, a defining moment in this. Every season has a defining moment. I really do believe that, and I think right now, listen, we've been on cruise control. We've been on cruise control all season, man. It's like everybody we've been watching everybody else lose, laughing at other teams. From the Chicago losses, the Hail Mary, the timeout gate. We've been laughing at other teams, beating Washington. I mean, sorry, beating Dallas. Laughing at them. You know what I'm saying? It's never been us as the team. It's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? They got a tough card they was dealt. Hand they was dealt. But right now, what's up, Bobby Drake? Um, it's always a defining moment. I think this is the Lions' defining moment for the team. I think that it could go one or two ways. I do. I think they're gonna win tomorrow. I don't. I think that even if they didn't lose a couple guys they lost, I just felt beating the Packers are way better than what people give them credit for, man. Yeah, we dominated them the last game, but I'm not saying that the Packers are better. But right now, on paper, I mean, they got their share of injuries also. Jordan Love will turn the ball over. I mean, it is some hope. It's not like the Packers are this mighty team that we can't beat, but I just think that tomorrow is just kind of wrong time. I think we get out of this thing with 10 days off, and let's talk about Buffalo in 10 days. That's how I feel about it. Is I think this might not be this might be an ugly game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But the light at the end on the other side of it, I do think the offense. Hey, we only missing Taylor Decker. I mean, Skip. They getting away with putting Stan Skipper at left tackle. I don't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? I really think Green Bay is going to take advantage of that tomorrow if they try to put Skipper out there. You're not fooling anybody by putting Dan Skipper at left tackle. I don't like that, but we can't hang our hat on the running game. We can't hang our hat on. Listen, St. Brown, Jameson Williams. Remember, Jameson Williams didn't even play in the last game we played against the Packers. He was suspended. So that's going to be a guy that's going to be out there that the Packers didn't see. You know what I'm saying? Tim Patrick's more involved in the offense, I think, than the last time. We can always hang our hat on that running game. So this is a game. Listen, Jared Goff, let's win this game. If I'm Jared Goff, I'm like, listen, okay, boys, we down on our defense. We go, y'all take a back seat these next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? We you know what I'm saying? We gonna bring it home for us. You know what I'm saying? We know our offense could put up 34, 35, 40. We can. You know what I mean? But yeah, the defense just don't look good, man. Anybody that knows football that just says, "What's up, Trey? What's up, everybody?" Yeah, it's looking bleak out here. Our depth chart is really looking bleak. Me and Walt was talking about, before we came on, Jamal Adams, Quan Alexander, Jonah Williams, Miles Adams, acquisitions, and then what's up, Mike Parker? And I'm not expecting much from these guys. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I mean, call me negative or whatever. I'm just like I can't. You can't sell me that Jamal Adams is going to come in here and Quan Alexander going to come in here and automatically be like defensive player of the year. It's not going to happen. I just think they'll be good complimentary players, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
Man,
Jamal Adams had 2 good years. What, 19 and
nah,
20? I
no.
wrote it.
It's
You
been
know,
three. It's been 3 years. His was it
yeah,
2021? I think he had 9 sacks, seven and a
that was
half sacks.
2020. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
since the first 2 years, I think 2-3 years with the Jets, then going to Seattle, he was he got away with being the old school prototypical safety. Those box safeties who can't cover are no longer really needed like that, and I think that's a big reason. Plus, he's been dealing with some injuries the past few
mm-hmm.
years too. A safety that plays as physical as he does, they have a tendency to break down a little earlier on in their careers and deal with some injuries. Um, he's still relatively young.
Yeah,
He's not really old like that. He's
yeah,
kind of a guy that kind of got phased out. Certain types of linebackers get phased out. The old school, oversized, slow linebackers, not fleet of foot, can't really play well in space. Not really good in pass coverage. Those types of linebackers become obsolete. I think Jamal Adams kind of fell victim to that because when he came out of college, like out of LSU, he was an athlete. He ran the 4.440. Actually, I think he ran sub 4.4 at the combine. He had all the numbers, had all the measurables. He was just a box safety. He
Yeah.
just was a liability in coverage, similar to what Roy Williams, not Detroit Roy. Well, he
Dallas
became
Roy
Dallas
Williams
Roy Williams too,
from
but
Texas.
not Texas Roy Williams, but Oklahoma Roy Williams. And I told people about him before he even came out. It was all the NFL was already going in a different direction away from that type of safety anyway. And then plus Roy Williams put on too much weight. He got a little too round. He was never that fast to begin with. And he
Hmm.
kind of phased out and his brand of safety kind of phased out anyway. He was pretty much more famous in his career for that horse collar tackle on Terrell Owens that broke his leg. Was it broke his ankle, matter of fact, that year when the Philadelphia Eagles were flying high. They still managed to get to the Super Bowl though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to get to Green Bay real quick because I want to do a little bit of damage control. A little bit of damage control because while everyone here in Detroit, thanks 313, man. I'm glad you showed up to a great point. Certain positions get phased out. Yeah, certain wide receivers, linebackers, safeties, those guys get phased out. They get looked at as dinosaurs, especially once the league starts going in a different direction. But
Yeah.
um, we're like you said, I want to comment on that. We're relatively healthy on offense. We've been relatively healthy on offense all season. We've only dealt with Panay had an issue one game. Decker's been in and out for a couple games for the most part.
Yeah.
Aside from that, we haven't really dealt with too much issues on offense, at least not injury wise. So thank God we've been able to weather the storm on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
But someone just three 13 and fun just made a valid point. I think the offense, same thing you said before we started the show. The defense jumped out hot. And let's not be mistaken, the defense is still playing relatively well,
Yeah.
considering the circumstances they've been under. It's time for the offense, I think, down the stretch to be responsible. Like y'all gonna have to win some shootouts now because we expect the front seven to struggle. Now, what we do have before we found out a few hours ago that DJ Reader wasn't playing because of the shoulder injury, we thought we had our two elite defensive tackles in the middle of the defense line and our
Hmm.
two elite safeties. So we good. We got our two elite safeties. We down our nose though. We down to zero tech. That brings Broderick Martin into the equation. But
Hmm.
we're not even sure. Broderick isn't even listed right now.
Yeah. But it sounds
So
like
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
he might play. I mean, I haven't heard anything like he's not gonna play. Remember, he played the last game. It was just limited snaps. You know what I mean? Because he, you know.
I ain't never heard this one before. That's good. He can hide the elephant behind the mouse.
Yeah, Mike Barker did say that. I remember he did say that. I think it was Justin, a couple guys that be on the show was saying, giving AG his props. And I listen, we
Yeah,
we two AG. Y'all know I'm always gonna stand up for AG. You know what I'm saying? And it has nothing to do with him at this point. I mean, if they give up 40, I'm not gonna blame him. You know what I'm saying? Right now, but I know he can do it. Hey, what's up? What's up, Lamar?
Yeah,
Uh,
man. How you doing,
it's
man?
always like you know I just feel bad for Aaron Glenn sometimes because it's almost like he is always like working with the least all the time, man. And it's like it's just bad luck. I mean, obviously we can't plan for injuries or anything like that, but I think Mike Barker just said, I think if anybody is up for the challenge to do it, I think it's Aaron Glenn. But it comes to a point to where, man, scheme and technique and instincts and just overall experience sometimes throw it out the window, man. If you don't have what you need to cook the meal, it ain't gonna taste right. You know what I'm saying? And you might think it, okay, I could just add this instead of putting a little bit of vanilla, I'm gonna put something else in there and make it nah, it may not be the same, man. That type of thing. So I do feel that the offense can carry us and I felt that way anyway. I thought that going into the Buffalo game, that was going to be a fun golf versus Josh Allen, like mano a mano. I thought that game's going to be that way anyways. You know what I'm saying? Both teams in the playoffs, leading their conferences. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of like you were saying, Walt, bragging rights. Not so much that it was going to be a 3-0 game or 6-3 or you know a street fight. I thought that game would be that way anyway. So to me, I would be really impressed, man. If you know what, if Jared Goff and these guys came out and said and they took it upon themselves and say, you know what, we got to lift this team. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep the number one seed because that's all I'm really worried about. If let's just say if they drop the next couple games, I'm not going. I we keep that number one seed, man, because I think for everybody that thinks that the Lions can smash everybody that come across them, come in their face, they do need. I think we do have to get that home field for the championship game. I believe that. So that's how I feel about it.
Lamar, what's up, man?
No, I can't call it, man. Just
Man, why you sound so down, dog? His man about to stick his head in the oven or something, dog.
just steady arguing right
Man, listen, I want to go over these injuries real quick because Lions fans want to do a little bit of damage control. We not the only ones with injuries. Everybody got them. But we being honest about it, Green Bay got just as long of a list as we do. I want to go over the list real quick. Jair, man, and this is weird about him. Love Jair Alexander, the player. We honest on this show. We talk about players on the Bears we like, Vikings, this and that. Love Jair as a corner. Has Jair played 3 games in a row in his entire career? It don't seem like, and it seems like he always missing against us. It seems like every time we pop up on the schedule, he's always out against us. But Jair, he's out as usual. Dealing with a knee injury. He was limited Monday and Tuesday, did not practice on Wednesday. He was listed as out today. Other defensive back, Corey Ballentine, dealing with a knee injury, did not practice all week. He is also out. Edgerrin Cooper, linebacker, Shanti, your favorite homeboy from college.
Mm-hmm.
He's also out, dealing with a hamstring injury, did not practice all week. So you know for sure, these guys don't practice with these hamstrings all week. They for damn sure not showing up playing on Sunday. Romeo Doubs, who I think is, with Reed, probably their best 2 wide receivers, pure wide receivers overall. He was dealing with a concussion protocol all week. He was limited all week. He is not playing. So as far as the 4 guys that aren't playing, you're talking about 2 cornerbacks, 1 linebacker, and maybe their best overall wide receiver in Romeo Doubs. Then you're talking about nose tackle Kenny Clark, who's been breaking down slowly the past few years. He didn't. Well, he was limited Monday and Tuesday. Had a full day of practice Wednesday. He's still listed as unspecified right now. Josh Jacobs dealing with a calf injury. He was limited all week. He's unlisted right now. Starting guard Elton Jenkins, knee, limited Tuesday and Wednesday. He's unspecified. So, and then center Josh Myers was limited Monday and Tuesday. Had a full day of practice on Friday, and you're dealing with another guy who is also listed currently as unspecified. So you talking about a team right now, man, that's missing a couple corners, 2 starting corners, actually a corner safety to be frank about it. A running back that's been dealing with a nagging calf injury, injuries to the offensive line. Nose tackle Kenny Clark, who's it seems like Kenny Clark hasn't been Pro Bowl Kenny Clark for about 3 years. Still a good player when he's out there on the field, but it seems like he's hardly ever out there on the field right now, man. So Green Bay going through some stuff right now. I just want Lions fans to just understand this all isn't gloom and doom. We got our injuries, we got our things going on with us, but don't get it twisted. Green Bay got theirs going on with them also. We still got the edge on the offensive line. We still got the edge in the wide receiver core. We still got the edge in the backfield. We still got the edge on offensive play calling. We got the edge in the secondary, both of our safeties. And then I think with the corner position right now, we have the edge of corner right now. Even though we got a couple guys nicked up, them missing Jair Alexander is always major for them. And I notice whenever Jair doesn't play, they have a tendency, as you would expect, to give up a lot of yards, and teams tend to have a field day. It's it's sort of like, okay, Jair Alexander is looked upon as the actual teacher, and whenever Jair isn't there, oh, we got a substitute teacher, we gonna cut up today. So typically teams cut up whenever Jair isn't out there. So Lamar,
Yeah.
injuries. Before I get into our injuries, what are your thoughts on the Green Bay Packers? The guys they do have healthy, Jordan Love, his ability to make plays with his arm as well as his legs. No
Mhm.
play is dead with Jordan Love out there. With that arm talent, he can get the ball 70 plus yards downfield. He
Yeah.
can take off and run for 30 yards. What do we need to do, in your estimation, to make sure? I don't want to use the word escape with a win when we're playing at home, but for Lions fans to feel like, we got too many injuries on the defensive line, if we win tomorrow night, it would be an escape. What are your thoughts?
Um, you depended on the back four. That's if we win, the secondary was really good, and the slot was really good. I think that we have problems with the slot. We have problems with the injuries. You alluded to some of their injuries before, but I really think this could be potentially 23-27 game, 23-21 game, almost like this past week was. I just feel it's going to come down to the offense. I think the best help to a defense is a good offense, and we have a lot of injuries. So we're just going to have to play clean and play correctly. And I think that the people we brought in, Zadarius Smith, and the linebackers we brought in, as well as the safety we brought in, that's going to be playing linebacker, I think they're capable of doing that. So I think shutting down Jordan Love is not necessarily the answer. I think he can take over a game, but I've never seen him do that handedly, except for last year against Dallas. But that was primarily the running game that built off that. So we can make them one dimensional and force him to really show himself. I'd be okay with that because I trust our run defense more than I trust him. I really don't think he's going to be a factor. I really don't. I think Josh Jacobs is what fuels that whole offense. And I think what they do with the slot and especially what they do with motion fuels their whole passing game. And I just don't see them as dynamic as everybody else sees them. But if they do choose to get dynamic, it's going to be in the middle of the field, and it's going to be in the slot, and it's going to be on the outside with Terry Arnold. So if we just protect that back portion of our secondary with our safeties, I think we'll be okay.
Ashanti.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how I feel about the Packers, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that I, I think they are good. You know what I'm saying? I do. I think that it's just we're better. That's the problem with the Packers. It's always like you could have a good team, but you could never get over the hump and beat the team that's better. And I think that the Packers, if they can't beat the Lions now, I mean, you know what I'm saying, then they're when is it ever going to be the time for them? You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it. But just like Lamar said, I'm just predicated think that throw everything out the window. The offense has got to just show up. No matter what Green Bay does, we
Yeah,
got to counter it with our offense, man. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah,
how I look at it. Because you if you telling me I got Gibbs and Montgomery and our offensive line, I mean Decker's not going to play obviously, but I'm good with that. And then right, and then remember J-Mo didn't even play the first game. You know what I'm saying in Green Bay. I think that's something to the Green Bay's got to worry about, man. They got to worry about us offensively. It's not like we can't score. You know what I'm saying? So if they score on us, we score on them. You know what I mean? It might be that type of thing. And then if it does, just like Lamar said, I do think Jordan Love will turn the ball like Sam Darnold. Eventually he'll turn the
Yeah,
ball. He will. You know what I
like
mean?
that
It's just
that
it's a fact.
49ers game. That 49ers game like last year when the
Yeah.
49ers he had a chance to win the game or tie the game. He turned the ball over. That's what he does. Like I've
Yeah.
never he's not an elite quarterback. I think people look at the elite games like when you're playing for a check, you play differently. Like if they told me I had like 1 week to change my act, get my act together, or get fired, I'd be different too. So, like you
Yeah.
say, nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think Jordan also he been around for so long. I think we kind of view him as a seasoned vet, even though years in the league wise he kind of is, but dude still played behind was set behind Aaron for what 2 years. So he's still, even though he's older age wise in the NFL for a quarterback, even he's I mean, he's still relatively young though, but he's still, he's still getting his feet wet. And I understand people don't want to hear that, but at the end of the day, career number of starts are career number of starts. You can't deny those. Those are right there in black and white. I think with Jordan Love's talent, I think it can be denied. He has the ability to force you to defend, like I said, every single blade of grass. There's not a throw he can't make on the field. He's a playmaker. Now, does he take some chances downfield? Yeah, he takes some chances downfield. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, he did it to us before. We split with Green Bay the last couple years. We watched him come here on Thanksgiving and get busy. We watched him get busy against Dallas. The dude got the potential to get busy. I'm not a guy like I try to keep it 100 about everybody. I don't care whether you a Packer, you a Viking, you a Bear. I don't have to hate you just because you play for one of those teams. I've been saying for the longest that I thought Jordan Love, at the end of the day, he's gonna have to evolve into what people think he can evolve into. But the talent is obviously there. But he still suffers from that, not necessarily Mahomes, because Mahomes, even at Texas Tech, Mahomes didn't turn the ball over a ton at Texas Tech, but he still suffers from that hero ball itis that big arm
Mhm.
quarterbacks tend to suffer from. There's not a throw I can't make. There's not a window I can't get this ball through. Y'all think this guy's open. Watch this. I've been doing this since I was 11 years old. He still thinks he has to make all the plays. And if we being honest about it, like that receiving core isn't all that great. Dobbs, like I said, I like Dobbs. Christian Watson still can't catch a cold.
No.
Reed has turned out to be either their number one or their second best wide receiver out there. And then they got a stable of tight ends. They drafted 3 tight ends draft before last, and nobody has really jumped out as okay, the number one go-to guy. So I think Jordan Love has the ability, and even though Jacobs, every quarterback is better with a running back, a capable running back, a solid running back, an overall good running game in general. But
Yeah,
make no mistake about it. If they're gonna win, it's gonna be because of him. It's not gonna be because of Brandon Jacobs. The offensive line isn't even good enough for it to be because of Jacobs. No, not Brandon Jacobs. That's
yeah.
big
I'm like,
fella.
Jerry
whoa.
That's big
Jacobs.
fella.
Mhm.
I ain't even gonna get into what stuff he was talking about either. He was doing in college, man. But
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
I do think that they pose the biggest threat because they have the biggest talent. I think at quarterback in the conference. So
Yeah.
and they
In
got
the
there last year.
conference? In
Yeah, in
the
the conference.
conference?
Who else is more talented? Geno Smith.
Hurts?
Geno's more talented?
Hurts?
Nah, hell no.
Hurts
Hell
is
no.
more talented than Love?
With what? His squats?
Man,
Mm-mm.
stop, man, bro.
What does
Like
he do better
he
than
went to a
what does he
Super
know?
Bowl.
Hell
What
no,
the
because
hell is
you just
that?
you
What are
just said
y'all talking
no, you
about?
we live.
You
So you
I
just
don't
said this. What does Jalen Hurts do better than Jordan Love as a quarterback? Because they both
Oh
mobile.
wow!
Really? You and I, that's not act new because you and
I
I
was
didn't
just
have this
act- I was just
conversation
saying
before about
the whole
Hurts.
shebang. Talent is talent, and you talk about from the quarterback position, he throws. He has 8 games of elite play. Y'all keep geeking him
What 8
up. He has
games?
8 games, bro.
No, don't
One playoff
don't.
game that he
You
was
ain't getting away
his
with this,
running
bro.
back won, not
Finish
him.
your soliloquy. So I'm gonna ask you the same question again. Finish your soliloquy.
You right, bro. He's a better
No.
quarterback.
What does he do better though?
They the same to me.
Hell no.
On the NFC.
Hell
The
no.
only good quarterback in the NFC that you can say is elite, the only one you can say is elite is Goff. If not
Hell no.
Goff, who?
Dude.
There's nobody.
Hurts.
There's trash on the NFC.
Hurts is no. Let's get back to Hurts and Love. Don't keep skimming over.
I'm just saying.
How is he better though?
I'm just saying,
the same dude that still can't beat anybody from the pocket. Hence why they still scoring 17, 18, 19 points.
First of all,
let's get into it.
He did have everything. When he had a trustworthy offensive line, and when he had a stable running game, and when he had an actual offensive coordinator that was actually good,
his first full year as a starter
job, when he did have everything, he was an elite quarterback.
Okay, but, 1
year,
right?
Now
1 year,
he's
right?
got so much on his plate. He's got to do the protection. Everything. The center last year who retired, the center said, I got to do the protections, and now he has to do it because I'm retiring. And I'm like, bro, what? And now he lost his offensive. Now you're giving him golf level stuff, and you ain't supplant a golf level or a Ben Johnson level. Level, a coordinator with him, and now he's doing protections and all this other stuff he wasn't even prepared to do. Like, I feel like he was a system guy who was getting in the system, and by the time the system took off, and he lost his OC, he lost this. Y'all took away the running game. Y'all took the offensive line got old, but. I will say the closest thing on the NFC side for a quarterback. The closest thing for Goff is like Jaden Daniels, bro. Like, it's not good.
Oh, man.
It's not good. What you got, Sam Darnold? Like, Ashanti, chime in on this. There's
no. I was just about Bobby Drake. I was gonna say Stafford. I mean, I think a healthy Matt Stafford.
Jaden Daniels, Jaden who hit the rookie wall after week 11. Jaden.
Yeah.
I mean, so hold up. So you killing Jordan Love?
Injured left and right.
Hold up. So you killing Jordan Love for actually proving something, but you giving the nod to Jaden Daniels who done nothing?
Jaden Daniels done nothing? What are you talking
about? He's done nothing.
The whole city, the whole franchise is lifted up. They winning record.
Yeah.
You act like the season over with,
bro. What? He's done nothing.
Yeah.
26 and 11 is 26 and 11. Okay.
I was just gonna say this, like,
but you poo-pooing Love for a playoff win though.
Love
where he balled though, and was the reason.
Y'all say that. All the Lions fans say Love is scary and he's scary good, and I don't know. I don't. See
no. I'm the only one that keep it a buck. It be
No.
y'all with the Honolulu Blue Juice that can't give no other teams in the division no credit.
No, I said
other players
I said it. I've been saying Jordan Love. I said go back. Well, it was a comment. I think he might be a Packers fan. Cool G said that, we some NFL EFC North casuals, and we not, basically we Lions fans. And listen, I've been giving Packers credit since last year. I thought that this team would be formidable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Lamar did call a Minnesota thing this year, which I didn't see how you seen that coming, but
they was good in the NFC. They're not.
They're always competitive. When is Minnesota ever bad?
I'm just talking about the Packers. Y'all geeking up the Packers. Like, go ahead. Ashanti had a great point. I messed up.
No. What I was just gonna say is I just think listen, Jaden Reed. I agree. Kristen Watson, a track star that can't catch. You know what I'm saying? He fast as hell. He can't catch though. Period. But the ability for Jordan Love to make plays with his
Hurts is better. Love is more talented. I like that. Hurts is just better. Love is more talented.
Yeah, I mean, well, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
You said Stafford though.
But my question is this:
ain't
like,
Stafford
but
over
no,
the
still,
hill for
like,
you?
I think
nobody
Stafford,
really.
his NFL dude, his IQ is phenomenal now. I mean, Stafford's on a different level, bro.
He's a
It's
pick
just
magnet. He's a pick magnet, man.
no, but I mean, no. What I'm saying is now the Stafford now this not the Stafford that was like
Yeah,
his,
exactly. He a hollow shell, man.
but
He
he's
went to
way more in tune with like whatever it is winning wise. He wills that team to win, man. Period. I mean, he's done it time and time again since he's been with the Rams. That's how I feel about it. And he had to learn. Well, he had remnants of that here in Detroit because he was always behind and had to come back in the
yes.
fourth quarter,
I'm,
stuff
I'm
like
just
that.
saying Stafford is gonna take the Brett Favre way out. He's the most talented arm talent. He's the most talented. He can read the field. Da, 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 da. But the more he ages up, he's 35 now. The more he ages up, you're gonna see a lot of them picks. A lot of them. You see where they at now. They're not even in the playoff picture. Like they're not even relevant. Stafford last great year, I would say, was a Super Bowl run. They got him at the right time because he just fell off. His stock has dwindled, bro. He is like, I don't know, man. He's
I
fell
could
off.
see him going somewhere else, man. I could see
You
Stafford going
what?
to another team
Again?
that needs a win. That they think we can bring him in. Like if the Jets could trade him for Aaron Rodgers, do a
Oh,
swap, they would do it.
3 teams in 5 years.
that seems like
Stafford,
something the
legacy,
Jets would try to do,
You know what I'm
legacy.
saying?
or the
He,
Colts or something.
but yeah, this NFC is right for the taking, and it's like who's gonna be the guy that snatches it up? Like, because like you said, Hurts was a guy. I think Hurts is good. If you had to ask me who was better, I right now I'm picking Jordan Love over Hurts. That's how I look at it. Maybe
What is
not
he
in a
better
couple of
at?
years. I'm not putting Jaden Daniels over Hurts though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's levels to it to
I
me.
just
You know
don't
what I
know
mean?
what he's better at. Like Jordan
He
Love, what is he
that's what I
better?
was.
Like he got the
Throwing the
90
ball from
million.
the
Did he get
pocket,
$90 for
Well,
nothing? Like
throwing the
he could
ball from
slide.
the pocket.
Yeah, he
throwing the ball.
manipulates. He manipulates it. He slides around.
He's
He
never
make
been
a
beat
play.
Detroit.
Stronger arm, he's more accurate. He's a better thrower. How often do you see? How often do you even see Jalen Hurts make big time throws? Because if you look at
That's
that
the staple of
offense,
the
even
offense.
outside of
Not the staple of their
Saquon,
offense.
it's
That's not what they do on their offense.
I know it's not. But they know, you know what their offense is? Same
Run
thing it
the
was
ball.
with Miles Sanders. Run football, run football. Jalen, you drop back. I mean, Jalen Hurts, you drop back and you throw a bomb downfield. Hopefully AJ catches it or Devontae
Or a
catches it.
slant.
There's no timing. There's no quick routes. There's no quick decisions. It's just we got two $20+ million wide receivers, and our quarterback is good at pushing the ball down the field. So we just gonna throw kill shots all day.
Yeah. So if
If
they let
Hurts
me,
was that good, they wouldn't struggle to crack 20 every week.
let me ask you.
That's
You
it.
got probably what, the number 2 or 3. Hey,
You made me feel better talking
I'm
crazy
just saying,
about
Google it.
Philadelphia like they can't score. Like,
Google it. Anything I say is facts. It can be Google, brother. It can be Google.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask both a question. If the Packers win this game, I think Lamar already answered the question. He thinks Josh Jacobs going to be the reason, or
well,
he's
I didn't say they was gonna win this game.
no. You
Don't
were
put
just
that
saying
on
that
me.
he's the guy that
Y'all both leaning that way.
No,
that
no, God, no, Jesus.
I am. I'm just
He
saying.
said no, Pack, no.
I'm taking
I
the
didn't say
Packers.
that.
I mean, I'm not saying that we're not gonna do what we set out to do. I just think the Packers gonna win the game. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean,
No,
you think? I mean, do y'all think the Lions are gonna win? I mean, you
they
confident?
have to. They
Can
have
you
to.
say it confidently? Like
Yes,
we winning this game?
yes. This game is nothing, bro. Even if they win the game, they still not making the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Like they do not matter. The team that comes after them matters more than them. I'm treating them
Buffalo?
like
Well, not in
Indianapolis.
our
Yes,
conference
I'm
though.
treating them
Not
like
in our
Indianapolis.
conference.
They a fork in the road. They a bump on the mission. You ever go down
Man.
them streets, you see the speed bump because it's a school zone? That's what they are, bro. And bro, we're gonna get this rest, bro. We're gonna get this dub, get this rest, and
We
then
get
come back
10 days
next
off,
Sunday.
right?
What is
He
We
treated
get
them
10
boys like they Tennessee, man.
Bro, they don't have elite quarterback. They don't do nothing elite. They injured, like you said. Like y'all give the Packers way too much credit, bro. Only
I
y'all
don't know. You call Tennessee a trap game. I remember
Oh
that
wow,
too.
you bring up the. I called it a trap game because we were playing.
You had
so
us losing to
well.
a couple scrubs. You had us losing to
I
Minnesota
didn't have
too.
us losing to the Tennessee Titans, though. I didn't have us losing. I said if we don't play well, this could be a trap game. I said we win the game. Like you funny, man. I've been what?
Nah,
I told y'all.
I'll be remembering stuff, man. I'll be remembering stuff.
I told y'all Tampa Bay was gonna beat us. Y'all looked at me crazy, and then silence.
Uh-huh.
I told you Minnesota was gonna be good. Y'all okay?
You also
96.
said Minnesota was gonna beat us, man.
No, I didn't say that, man. Stop,
I think this
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
did.
this. One I'm gonna speak this into existence. I think this gonna be a preview
Oh,
of playoffs. I think we're gonna play the Packers again in the playoffs. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
so we got an easy dub in the playoffs. That's perfect. Easy
No, that's not what I'm saying.
dub.
I think listen to this. I just think that I believe that this is what I believe. I think the Lions gonna probably let's see what's our record 11-1, 5 left. I'm gonna say we go 14-3. We gonna get that number 1 seed, and then we gonna make it happen. It's looking bleak right now because everybody hurt, but Anzalone's coming back. Enrique's coming back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got reinforcements coming
fans.
back. DJ Reader's gonna play. He's missing this week. He's gonna
Yeah.
play. It's more drama to it. You know what I'm saying? Remember Rasheed Wallace used to say, "If it ain't rough, it ain't right." He used to always say that. And I think that we got to go through our script. Remember, we've been on with our fisherman hat on in our lawn chair, sipping on our beverage with our feet up all season, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we hasn't had any adversity at all. And I think, yeah, you could say the injuries are bad. Of course they are. You know what I'm saying? But the Packers don't care about injuries. I mean, nobody that we're gonna play cares that,
Everybody got them.
we got 5, right? We got 5 of our defensive linemen out. I mean, I'm not gonna use that. Dan Campbell, hell, he not using that as an excuse. He's like next man up, period. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Next man up can't be no bum though. The next man up can't be no dude off the street.
That's why I don't think that. That's why I don't think we're gonna win this game.
Technically, it can though.
Wait, what?
That's why I don't think we're gonna win this game because you can't tell me you're gonna just insert Quan Alexander. You're gonna insert Jamal Adams. The other guy, Miles Adams, ain't even gonna play. That guy, he ain't playing. You're not gonna instantly install those players, right? And then magically something magical is going. I don't believe it. I don't believe
you can beat the Packers with Terrion Arnold, bro. You can beat the Packers, bro.
Yeah, I mean, our secondary is where we need it to be. And for everybody that want to laugh at Carlton Davis and say he sucks or whatever, we got our secondary is all right. You know what I'm saying? And they're good enough to win. Lamar, he'd love to talk about Carlton Davis. It's just
he all right. Oh no, he all right.
But he better than that. He above average. Average.
He's above Vildor.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, everybody above Vildor.
Carlton Davis, he a good player, man. I think we got
he is.
Cornerback wise, we don't have any superstars, anything like that though. We got some guys.
I would say this: Terrion Arnold might get an interception. He might get one.
Against the elite quarterback that you picked to win?
He might get one.
Hey, look, you been giving me that might on Terrion for like 5 weeks now.
Yeah, but
we gonna get one, man.
Him and Tim Patrick gonna get a touchdown. I've been saying it for 3-4 weeks.
Terrion's the type of dude to get an interception in the Super Bowl when we go and say he the rookie of the year. He's the type of dude.
Long as Vildor ain't playing.
Y'all.
Long as Vildor ain't playing no role.
Bro, I see him on TikTok. He's got a TikTok. I'm like, do you have time for this? You're not playing well. You're giving up inside leverage, and you on outside leverage. You're doing that. You're doing too much. I'm like, bro, I seen a play by him from last week or last Thursday, whatever it was. He's trying to protect inside leverage. He's outside leverage. I'm like, if I put this out, everybody's just gonna say he's a rookie. All this stuff. So I just leave it to the fans. He's not that good, bro.
I mean, he's their new. They got rid of what's my man name? Will Harris. They got rid of Will Harris after all that time, and now they got a new guy that they love. That they, he's gritty and he's tough, and he does everything we need him to. And he don't have no drip either. And I don't like his shoulder pads either. He looked like one of them created players before you start putting drip on him, like armbands and gloves and stuff.
I forgot. He owed me. He owed me some money.
He owed me some money
because you owe me some money, dog.
What did he say?
Because he said.
Oh, I said they wasn't gonna hold the Colts under 20. I mean under 10.
Bro, I said they wouldn't get a touchdown, and he said they're not gonna get a touchdown. Nah. I'm like, bro, they wasn't.
No, he said they wasn't gonna. They gonna go hold them under 10.
No, I said a touchdown, and they didn't score a touchdown in the game. Yeah, and you just reminded me.
I mean, no, dudes.
Either way, I owe you, but you ain't say that. You did say 10 points though. Either way, I do owe you, but you got it confused. I'm admitting I owe the man, but he got the bet confused though.
I'll take that.
Now Vegas has had us at 5.5, 5.5
for this game,
but it's 3.5 now.
I thought
5.5 to start before those a couple injuries to Anzarike and Levi. I'm sorry, and DJ Reader. So possibly in Taylor Decker, obviously. So that number has changed. I do think. Yeah. Now, which way? Now, y'all agree with Bill? I heard Bill Belichick even say he felt that the Lions basically had to keep the ball away from the Packers to win the game, meaning like run the ball.
Isn't that a part of game plan? Like, what is he talking about? He did that for 12 years with Brady.
My question is, do you think it's more
offenses he beat? Like,
I think it's this. Which way can we beat this team? Okay, like, is it gonna have to be an over game, or are we gonna have to slow it down and make it 17-14? You know what I'm saying? Do you think we can beat these guys like that, or just outscore them? Just score 48-45 and just last possession wins, that type of thing.
Matter of fact, you can beat them two ways. So if you want to beat them and see if Jordan Love is a good quarterback, you do it two ways. You see if he can handle a 2-minute drill, 2-minute drive in crunch time on the road, or you put 20 over his head real quick and see what he could do trying to come back in the game.
I would love
it to be a shootout. That's the way I define a real quarterback. I've seen Jared down, 17, 18 points at one point. Matter of fact, I've seen Jared down and come all the way back with this team, and I've seen Jared lead a game-winning drive, LA, with this team. So if you want to beat them like a knockout fight and stuff like that, you could do that. They have the, I'm not gonna say the better running back, or they have the ball rolling at this point with that. So they're gonna play bully ball. You're gonna feed into them that way. But I put this on Jordan. I put this on Jordan easy. If you're elite quarterback and I'm scared of you and you're the elite, score 25, man. Like 3 touchdowns. Like score 3 touchdowns, bro. On yourself, by yourself. Because he can't do it, bro. He's not built like that. Bro, he tried to come back against the Vikings and still lost. And
I thought the Vikings were great though. Don't try to insult Jordan. No, don't do it there. You the one that said they was the best thing since sliced bread.
All they got is the running game. That's it.
No, they got Brian Flores defense too. They got Brian Flores. They got Brian Flores defense out there too.
I'm talking about the Packers.
He going, but the running game. I'm just saying.
Matter of fact, I think
he tried to come back against Minnesota and couldn't.
Ask a Packers fan if they trust Jordan Love. Put it on their life. You trust Jordan Love? You believe in him? I don't hear no Jordan Love chants when we go to Green Bay. I hear Jared Goff though.
I just want to see
Jared Goff in Houston, and they love CJ Stroud there. I just think our fans travel so well, man. And some of these orders are like Houston. Houston just learning how to win, and I'm not sure how how the fan base in Texas is split down the middle when it comes to Cowboys fans and Houston Texans fans or whatever it may be. It do seem like Houston's the more likable team though. At least right
For
now
the
than the
culture.
Dallas. Yeah, yeah.
Dallas
Yeah,
is for the money.
like today, like I think this football fan in Texas in this day and age, I don't think they really give too much of a damn about Dallas.
Oh yeah, Dallas is a
The Houston Texans are the new hot, young, and up and coming teams like for this generation.
like what Ashanti said, right? Ashanti said something great about. He said how to beat the teams, how to beat Green Bay, and I'm gonna tie in your point with Dallas. I can respect Green Bay a little bit because their fans actually they believe in that team and stuff like that. I can respect them. You put them in another division, you put them in the NFC West, and they lead the division. I can respect them. But until I see stuff like CJ Stroud-esque, I'm not really sold. I'm not sold. Because check this out. Dallas is the team that you and your buddies, like if you ever like was in sales and you wanted to sell like roofs and stuff, you would go to a Dallas game to close the sale. Like, hey, let's go to a Dallas game. If you're a football fan, you go to a Houston Texans game. That's how it is down there. I'm telling you right now. I could literally talk to them people right now. If you a football fan, okay, you go to a Houston Texans game. If you want to, make some deals and do some parlays, meet the players. Hey, let's just go to the game, guys. That's what that is. That's
yeah. I mean, just and then you look at I don't have it in front of me. I was looking at Matt LaFleur as a coach. He's got a pretty good record, man. You know what I'm saying? Against the Lions, you know what I'm saying? It just seems like this rivalry, just like the Bears, it never disappoints, man. You know what I'm saying? And every time they play here, it's always a tight game, except for last year. Thanksgiving game was the kind of game they kind of came out and put one on us, you know what I'm saying? But even now, I mean, the Lions still favored to win the game despite all the injuries. ESPN, they have the analytics. It just came across my ticker in my man cave. It just said here 60 Lions still 61% chance to win the game tomorrow. So after all of that, what we're talking about, the Lions still favored to win the game, man. You know what I'm saying? But it just, for me, I just feel like, man, this team is just steamrolling everybody. Man, can we really go 16-1? I mean, that's just.
Can we go 12-1?
Yeah, right.
Can we go 12-1?
I guess that's a good attitude to have by it. You know what I'm saying?
One game at a time.
And I'm so glad that when we play Buffalo 10 days from now, I think that's gonna be the all eyes on the all America. CBS gonna be live. It's gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be big, man. And that's
a bigger game than this.
Yeah, and I want Jared Goff. This is what I want to see. I want to see Jared Goff just get into damn it, we winning mode. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he hasn't really had to do it yet. I mean, he can. Like Lamar said, he's unlocked some things in his career. We've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying? And this season he's done it. But damn it, put the team on your back and win a game like this. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do it the rest of the season, but just
I can't be mad at Jared too much.
Win this game. You know what I mean? And he's been great, but I want him to get back into the MVP race. You know what I'm saying? And it would be good to get a 300 burger tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Give me 300.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 3-4 touchdowns. They get J-Mo. Let J-Mo just let loose. Just let him let loose. Just let him score a touchdown and go to the upper deck. Let Jameson Williams score a touchdown, climb the wall, run all the way up to the upper deck and celebrate. Do swag surfing with the crowd. And just get man, it would be epic, dude.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Jared Goff right now he has 3 games with plus three touchdowns, right? 3 games with plus 3 touchdowns. Offhand, if he puts together in the last 5 games, if he puts together 3 of these games with 3 more touchdowns, you know who he would have the same stats as? Money Joe Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
And guess what? 3 and 6+ touchdowns. The last time Joe Burrow did that, he went to the Super Bowl, and that's where we headed. But when y'all talk about the Packers like they kings, I don't understand, man. Like,
No, it's just respect, man. It's just
respect
respect.
what?
That's all. Just respect.
Oh,
That's
see,
it.
you like the disrespect the opponent. See,
What
I
are
get
they?
you.
What are they?
They 9-3.
What are they like?
They
as a
split with
team?
us the last couple years, winning on our home field last couple
They
years.
accomplished nothing since.
Yeah, super talented, man. A defensive line, Lucas Van Ness, Rashawn Gary, Devontae Wyatt. Walt mentioned Kenny Clark, like you say. He's kind of been a shell of himself the last couple of years.
Nah, they inconsistent as hell. They
Yeah,
are
They beat us. They beat
yeah.
us on Thanksgiving. They beat us on Thanksgiving. Why do you think that was?
I don't know.
I thought they kind of changed the game plan. They kind of took us off guard a little
They
bit.
jumped on us
Yeah.
early the way we
90% of
jumped
the
on
time
them
we
at
was in
home.
man coverage. That whole season, we played zone coverage last year, primarily. But there was 2 specific games we went in man coverage for the majority of the game, and we didn't have the bodies to do so. Right, and that was Baltimore, 38-6. And that was I'm always say that when I introduce Baltimore, 38-6. And then that was not Chicago, that was Green Bay. And we kept doing man coverage, and we didn't have the corners and the bodies. And as much as I hate Terrion and don't think he's elite, he's definitely elite at being around the football. He's definitely elite at being around the man. He definitely elite at getting his head around and actually doing something. So if we play primarily man coverage against them, I think we lock up their receivers.
Yeah.
I swear to God. There's only one corner on this team that's trash, and that's Amik Robertson. And we said that on my channel. We seen his numbers. We looked at the tape, and we know that my Carlton Davis hate was misdirected because this clown over here is the bigger problem. And I could pinpoint Carlton Davis, but after the Houston game, I left Carlton Davis alone. And I had to look at all the plays that come out the slot, and we give up 14 yards per catch out the slot. And who was that? 5'8" Amik Robertson. He's the same size as a 12-year-old girl. We gotta do something, bro. We gotta do something about Amik, bro.
Yeah, Manny Mosley. I was hoping to see Emmanuel Mosley come out this week and play, but yeah,
He's still on vacation, man. Yeah, Henry Ford Hospital.
Yeah.
Terrion is not elite, but he's available.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm not elite, but
He's
my
available.
phone ring.
Yeah, I like that. Did I say elite? Oh my God. Did I say elite?
No,
Oh,
no.
I hope I didn't say that. Did I put
No,
that?
no.
He's good at very small things.
Then that's my guy, man. Y'all back up off Agent Zero. That's my guy, man.
Agent Zero. Y'all got a nickname for him?
He all right, man.
Moving Arenas?
He all right.
That's
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he gonna get.
Hey, I hope he don't come to the. I hope he don't come to the locker room with a weapon. Okay, that's what I heard. You know, I gotta have a gun. I'm from Detroit.
He said from Detroit. Boy, you just play here. I'm from Detroit. I gotta get my street cred up.
And you know what? We sit here and we laugh, we poke fun. And out of all of this, this is still a team, with a healthy Gibbs and a healthy Montgomery coming their way. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's sort of like disrespectful to them because it's like, I would say I'll call out myself. I would say, well, I think the Packers gonna win the game only because the laws of gravity says they might win. It's not like, oh yeah, they're a better team than the Lions. I'm not saying that at all. I just think, it comes a time in your schedule where your team might lose a game or two. That's it. That's the only my rationale behind it. But what I'm saying is, and then what is convincing me that the Lions could win after Lamar trashes me and says that that the Lions are going to win, right? So then I think about it like, listen, we got Gibbs and Montgomery, period. Just those two guys along with the offensive line, Penei Sewell. You know what I'm saying? It's like those guys are fine. J-Mo's fine. You know what I mean? Those guys are nothing's wrong. Laporta's getting healthier every week. You see, Tim Patrick is a guy that's I'm rooting for. He's been playing great the last 4 or 5 games, especially in the run game. He blocks on the edges.
Yeah.
What's not to like about the offense, man? I think if the offense comes out and just guns ablazing, look out. The Packers gonna get steamrolled. I do believe that, but I'm just thinking the other side of the ball is what's gonna matter. Like, if we can make Love uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying? Can we make him do some things he might not want to do so quickly? You know what I'm saying? Make him get out of his reads more quicker, or make half a second, throw the ball a half a second, get it out a little bit sooner than he wants to. Then that's what the Lions need to do. You know what I mean? Maybe you're not going to come away with 5 sacks out of this game, but you can come away with, you know, 8 or 9 pressures, and maybe some knockdown batted balls or something, or just make him throw some errant passes or anything like that. So I just think that it is a pathway to win the game. Obviously for the Lions, they come in here too. I think our crowd's going to be unbelievable, man. I think that's home field advantage too. Is something to be thought about when you come in here to play the Lions.
So what you said 3 things in there I really want to touch on. You said first you started out. You said if the Lions lose, it's probably just that time where they have to lose because it's a game because they've been playing so on tilt.
Right.
And then you said, and we're gonna have to see what Jordan Love does to really show what he's gonna do. Like you said that. This is what I want to put together for you. You said you started off and said if the Lions lose, it's they just do.
Yep.
You never said it's because of Love. And then secondly, you said we're gonna have to see what Love do. If you know you got an elite quarterback, there's no conversation. Like if you probably don't root for the Packers, clearly, but the Packers fans, I tell them this because this is how it is all around. If you argue about your quarterback, you have no quarterback. They don't know what he is. They only got 8 games and $90 million, $200 million to pay him. They don't know what he is. He hasn't proven to be elite. He hasn't proven to be great. And then he had injuries this year. Malik Willis came in, won 3 games. They could have gave that money to Peanut the Squirrel, bro. They could have gave that money to Peanut the Squirrel and got the same production out of him. He is not. I'm telling you right now, he's not the guy, bro. And 2 years from now, y'all gonna look at me and say, how'd you know he wasn't the guy, bro? I'm not impressed with anything he does. Like I'm not.
I think that's a little dramatic though, man. To not be impressed with anything though. Like now it seems like you just hating on him though.
I'm not hating.
Nothing though. Like honestly, like you're not impressed with nothing.
He does have nice commercials, bro.
Okay.
Commercials with the drinks.
Okay.
Nah, I think we know Lamar. We Lamar big proponent of this show, man, and Love can play ball. I think that he can play. It's just I think that the injury and it did look bad because Willis came in and won some games. I think it is something to it, but like I said,
how did he win games though?
How did he win games?
Well, I think
was it the same offense?
No,
or
no.
Did they do what they needed to do to win the games?
Yeah, it's watered down.
Yeah, one game with 2 TDs.
Hell yeah.
2 passing TDs.
Yeah.
In one game with 2 passing TDs.
Okay.
Like 200 yards in the game.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get that same production out of a snail, bro. He's not, bro.
I actually can. That counts what we talking about. Love, not Love, but Willis pull up them numbers. You can get them numbers from a squirrel. That's what I'm doing.
No, I'm saying Love, you can get Love's numbers from a squirrel, man.
Nah, man.
Love
still got a lot to prove. He do. Because his second full season as a starter. So yeah, he still got a lot to prove, but dude trending up. I think he's trending up.
Yeah, before we get out of here, man, like predictions. Obviously, I kind of think y'all know where I stand. I'm just gonna say I think it's gonna be over. I think they're gonna go over the 50 point. I think it's gonna be a lot of points tomorrow. I'm just gonna say, man, it's just a tough one here. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna say it's gonna be around 31-28. I'm gonna say 31-28 Packers.
Lamar? Oh, you don't pick scores?
38-21 Packers. That's crazy. We're only
30, 31-28.
Yeah, I know. We're only going to score 28 points. We have literally 3 games with plus 40. Oh, man. You're giving way too much credit. Way too much credit. Look, I'm not cocky about this. I know that the Lions is not going to fold on this type of game. Like, one team I hate more than the Bears are the Packers. So, I mean, I hate the Packers for everything.
I can tell. I can tell. I can tell.
See.
They're not that elite. They have one elite player, and that's the corner. He runs his mouth too much. I will say it's going to be like 28. Since we only use 28, it's going to be 28-7 because they're not 28-14. 28-14.
24.
They're not that good, bro. They're not. They're not good on the road. They're not. I'm just trying to see where the credit lies. And when they 8-7, and everybody says they fell off a cliff, if he were, that's the narrative.
Dang, he went from 9-3 to 8. Them boys went backwards. Y'all took y'all took a serious ass beat from the Lions. Win deduction.
I forgot about that little cakewalk win they just had. Like,
Lamar tripping tonight, man.
Yeah, they're just not good. They're not good, and y'all be giving them respect. Like, I understand respect. Like, there's teams I give respect to, like Houston, and I even give respect to the Vikings. But these guys, they're the biggest phonies in the league, bro.
Okay.
It starts with their head coach, who's the biggest phony in the league. Bro.
Oh man, he's letting everybody.
Matt LaFleur.
He got famous off of what? Shanahan. He got famous off his dad.
Oh man, and don't get him started on Vince
Lombardi. I just hate that whole group of coaches, Shanahan and the West Coast offense.
Vince Lombardi is the most overrated coach ever.
And then they had, you said they beat us. Look, it's not Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi is the hero, but
Sterling Sharp was overrated,
bro. Like, he worked for Shanahan. Shanahan called the plays. Tell me what you get out of him working for Shanahan and losing the Super Bowl. Now, how does he get a job? Like, that doesn't work for nobody else. That ain't work for Bieniemy. That ain't work for Tomlin. How does he get a job? He ain't called no plays. And he ain't nothing. And then he get to Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, who's like one of the best quarterbacks of all time. And then he takes credit for 2 12-win seasons. Man, this dude he's been riding the wave. Then he got a quarterback who's riding the wave and a defense who's riding the wave. They're all riding waves, bro.
Whose wave they riding? Ain't nobody good on the team.
You just said
ain't nobody good. What wave they riding?
The bias is too strong. They're not that good, bro. Now they got Jacobs. So now since they can run the ball, they think they're the best team in the league. Now they run the ball and they third in the NFC North. Come on, man.
Now that's what I'm surprised by. I'm surprised that Josh Jay, he been healthy too all year, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Usually he get hurt and miss 3, 4, 5 games, but he has been good. I give him credit. I mean, he has been a main component of because I was thinking like Aaron Jones, Jacobs, what's the drop off? What's the gain? And I thought that Aaron Jones might have been a better back, but I was wrong on that because Josh Jacobs has shown that he's had the Saquon effect, with the Packers offense. You know what I'm saying? So,
a quality running back can make a difference on a decent team, good team. They don't. They also inconsistent with how they run the football too. They could be a lot better running the football than they are, but they still don't know if it's a LaFleur's issue. I don't know if it's the OC's issue. I don't know.
Why y'all acting like we not gonna win the next 5 games?
So now we gonna win the next 5, man.
This is just this game, this time frame, this week. That's it. That's my thoughts. It's just one game for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like next game, we're gonna get 10 days off. That injury report gonna be way better. It's gonna be way better. You know what I'm saying? Than it is this week.
That's a real game.
No, this is true. Aaron left, went to the New York Jets. Where are the Jets with Aaron Rodgers right now?
3-9.
What did he say?
And-
They lost to Hall of
What did
Fame
the Packers
QB and
win?
got better.
Green Bay
Gotta
what?
give him
Green Bay
credit.
won 10 games last year, or was it 11?
No, Green Bay was 10-7 last year, if I'm
They
not
won 10 and
mistaken.
7.
Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, 10-7.
Ain't that
Yeah.
average now? Ain't that average now?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Because they
if you
9-3 right now.
if
Yeah.
you making the playoffs, I don't think, as long as you making the playoffs and getting on the run, if you can't get on the run, I think that's pretty much all that really matters. 9-3.
They did get on the run. They beat the Cowboys, who haven't won anything in years, like since you was a kid. So like 1925.
9-3 means they've been whooping on somebody. They could be 3-9. See, that's the thing about it, man. And I think as fans, we got to take an unbiased step back. You can't trash the competition in the NFL when it's convenient for you, but then try to big it up when it's convenient for other teams. You let everybody tell it. Everybody in the NFL sucks this year. The Chiefs suck. They just happen to be 11-1. The Eagles can't score. They have 2 losses. Detroit got all these beat up players, and their quarterback is a civilian. So it's like nobody's good. If you let football fans tell it, everybody sucks.
Let me
This
tell
the
you
whole
something.
thing, man. If they 9-3, we 11-1. We playing a lot of the same damn teams. We can't trash who they playing, just like they can't trash who we playing. We playing the same damn schedule. We both played the South, the AFC South. We all play each other. So you can't if you're gonna trash one team's record, I mean they schedule, you gotta trash the other one. Because they play the same damn teams. Like I don't buy the whole insulting people's schedule stuff no more in the league. There's too much parity around the entire platform of the league, man. It's too much. Just like you can't really play the injury thing with teams no more, man.
Man, I just watched.
Oh man, he didn't pull.
He
didn't pull this card on.
See, here we go.
He didn't pull this card on.
The Vikings and Packers fans always say that the Lions have never won anything. They always say it.
But
and
what's
it's real funny.
I'm glad we got a Packers fan on here.
And it's real funny because
they only bring it up when they losing to us.
The Vikings never. Hey, listen to this. I said I was arguing with a Vikings fan. I'm not arguing. I was being petty, and I'm like, dude, the Vikings haven't won any. Y'all made 4 Super Bowls and lost. Y'all got just as many Super Bowls as we have. None.
When the last time we won anything? Shit, last year when we won the division.
Yeah, I don't get that having that.
I don't. It seems kind of childish, man. Because Bears fans do it to us, and Bears fans got a lot of damn nerves. But Vikings fans and Packers fans love to do that to us. Yeah, it's like, well, y'all got the upper hand on us anyway. But yeah, so what? You're ugly. I mean, so you bring back. If we what does us not winning anything have to do with the current right now?
Look, let me tell you something. First of all, I'm gonna tell you 2 things. First off, the Packers haven't won nothing in years. I was in high school the last time they won something. Okay, because they had all these division titles and didn't win nothing. First round knockout against Atlanta. All this other nonsense. The Bears, they still talk about 1985. I wasn't even born then. I'm sure y'all was 15 and y'all was,
going
10. Oh, here this man goes.
I was going to Cooley High School and stuff. And I was over there with the actors from Cooley High.
This man said with the actors.
I'm just saying, like, I was like the last time a lot of these teams won, I was not alive. They've not been relevant. The only team relevant ever was 2010 Green Bay Packers, and that's a long time ago. That feels like 14 years ago. So,
well, put it this way: if you bought a 2010 car, it'd be the parts is obsolete, damn near. You know what I'm saying?
So, they still paying that note on that car. They still paying that note. They still talk about it.
Yeah, but when have the Lions won
APR on that?
Let's not talk about being 11-1. Let's talk about how we've never won anything.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, let's.
We did win.
Let's talk about 1990. Let's talk about that instead of talking about the current day and time. Man, some Vikings fans told me that in the comment section. of that video we did early in the season talking about you guys, you Lions fans need to be humbled. First of all, name one damn sports fan base that's humble.
Yeah.
See, they want you to be humble when they like you when you're a lovable loser and they can make fun of you. But as soon as you get the upper hand, shut up, act like you've been there before. we haven't, so therefore we not.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. Them Vikings fans.
Oh no, Vikings fans weird, man, because they carry themselves like they the Packers. Like they have.
Yeah.
They got Super Bowl wins though.
Who did you talk about?
As far as
who told you to act humble? Who said that to you?
The Vikings fans.
Some Vikings fans. The Vikings video we did early in the season, right before that game.
Is that when I told y'all
we need to be humble?
Be a good team?
We need to be humble.
Is that when I told y'all when the Vikings was going to be a good team? And y'all laughed on the screen?
Yeah.
And then they turned out to be the second in division.
You also said they were the biggest threat. Are they the biggest threat? You still sticking to that? They the biggest threat to us.
You said the Eagles, so I guess you was right. They the biggest threat in the NFC North.
You said you still sticking to the Vikings like they really contenders though. Like the Vikings
Packers
have always been competitive.
Bro. They barely beat the Browns. They barely beat. Bro, they lost to the Broncos. They
both barely beat Jacksonville.
They not.
What are we?
Just saying.
Pull up can you walk? Okay, can you pull up Green Bay schedule? Can you pull up
this? Right here.
Okay, who's their next game after the Lions? What's the rest
after
of
the Lions? They play the Seahawks. So that's gonna be another 17-18 game.
Okay, where's that game at? In Seattle?
That sounds more like a Jalen Hurts type of game.
It's a Sunday night game. I don't know why. It's a Sunday night game. Probably because there's a rivalry from 10 years ago there that they still
playoff implications.
Okay, then who else, Lamar? Who else?
The Saints.
Oh, okay, that's a dumb
like they gonna make the playoffs with this schedule. Then they got the Vikings. And then they got the Bears, the last game of the season. And that's to be determined.
Okay. Wow.
And that's going to be a 4 o'clock game. You know they're going to make that 4 o'clock because the Sunday night game is going to be Vikings.
So, in theory, the Packers really kind of got to win this game, actually, because...
Exactly. They got to win a lot of games.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they drop this one, they might be in trouble a little bit, you know, because they might not be Seattle. Seattle playing good.
Desperate, is what you're saying. They're a desperate housewife. That's exactly what you're saying. Y'all did make me feel better. Me and the old lady were fighting about something. We were arguing about something. She was saying Aaron Rodgers is the best QB, and I was saying no, he's not. And I was like, look, if you think that the Lions is not gonna win, and we was like really passionate arguing.
Face broken too.
Think the Lions not gonna win the Super Bowl? We could just get a divorce right now. Okay? The Lions, we going to the Super Bowl. We can't afford to go to the Super. We gonna make it happen. Y'all ain't gonna get no.
We gonna make it happen.
I swear to God, we was talking about this because she was like, "You could go to the Super Bowl." I'm pulling out all the stops.
I'm taking out all the loans.
Exactly. And she was like, "You trying to go to the Super Bowl for what?" So we can go because the Lions going. And I swear to God, she's so mad. She's so mad.
Yeah, I feel you, Ralphie. I feel you. We dropped it because I think the playoffs is man, it's a different animal, man. And I just think that everybody just take for granted. Only thing I can say is, winning on the road is hard in the playoffs. But I think if any team can do it, we can do it. I think the last team that won all road games to make the playoff, make the Super Bowl, I think it might have been Pittsburgh, if I'm not mistaken, last time. I think I looked that up, if it had to go that. But even though we would probably get a home game, but I think if we get the 5th seed, we'd have to play, whoever wins division. So, because we could drop to 4th or 5th seed, if I'm not mistaken. If we don't get the number 1 seed, we can drop because we're going to be the first wild card. Right.
Well, that's what I say. It depends on who we lose to. Yeah. Like if we lose, we don't want to lose to Green Bay. That hurts us in our conference. We can afford. The only thing we can afford to lose is to Buffalo.
Yeah, because it don't mean nothing within the teams in our conference.
Like who want to lose to Green Bay but beat Buffalo, and it hurts us in the conference.
Yeah,
but we got bragging rights about beating Josh though.
Yeah, we gotta win the
Like
division
this
so we
is
can get a home
Beating
playoff.
Green Bay will not affect you, bro. Will not affect
how.
you.
Oh
Will not
man.
affect
All right, man. I'm gonna say this
losing
because
to
I didn't get
losing
to,
to
I
the
didn't get to
Vikings will
say.
affect you. Losing to Green Bay will not affect
Hmm.
you at all.
So I
It-
got this, man. I think we did go to the injury because we did. No, we ain't get a chance to like verbally go over all the injury, but everybody did see it, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly don't find a pathway to the win because I don't want to sit there and just spit out gibberish just to be saying stuff. When you're talking about four defensive tackles being out, three different linebackers being gone for the season, we don't know what the hell we gonna see tomorrow night from a defensive scheme point of view. Now, I had talked to Lamar about it earlier about the
Yeah.
possibilities, but that was before finding about Reader ass being out.
Yeah.
So he out. But I was discussing with him earlier about okay, you know what? You got 320 plus Broderick, you got 320 plus Reader, you got 320 plus Aleem, you got three guys who are interchangeable playing the nose. Three guys who can play the nose. I don't know about Broderick necessarily demanding a double team right now as a nose because he ain't proving shit. But we need him to start proving some shit. But I was talking to Lamar about potentially going to more 3-4 fronts with Reader, Aleem McNeil, and Broderick Martin, or insert whatever bigger body you choose to go out there and get at any point in time. And because right now I think linebacker, especially if you're going to use Jamal Adams as a specialist type of player, which means I'm pretty sure they want to get Jamal 10 to 12 snaps, 10 to 15 snaps, kind of bring him in slowly.
yeah.
David Long, Zadarius Smith being able to play with his hand in the dirt as well as 3-4 outside. You give him just limit his responsibilities as far as the run fits. We just don't know what the hell to expect from the defense. Would it
Yeah.
surprise me if AG pulled a rabbit's foot out his ass and they held Green Bay under 20? I'd be shocked as hell. I would.
Another
Considering
bad.
the amount of people we missing on the defensive line, but I do think this, man. This team has given me no reason to not believe in them. Ever
Yeah, of
since
course,
that game
of
against
course.
Dallas when Hutchinson got hurt, ever since that Dallas game, 90% of this fan base has been bitching and crying about needing edge rushers and our season about to go down the drain if we don't get Aiden back and or we don't trade for Miles Garrett and we gotta do what the Rams did and all this other stuff. Screw what the Rams
That's
did. I'm
technically
sick
their
of fans
biggest
talking
cheerleader.
about I'm sick of this F them picks. Y'all want us to go do what Les Snead did with the Rams for one damn Super Bowl. You want to model us after the Rams. How about we model ourselves after New England, who won multiple Super Bowls? They never had the F them picks model. The Steelers never had the F them picks model. The Ravens never had it. Historically winning organizations, even Green Bay for that matter. Green Bay always built themselves through the NFL draft. But fans really, after that Dallas game, F them picks. Our chance to win is now. Trade everything for Garrett. Trade everything for Henderson. Trade everything for the boy that they love so much for the Raiders, Max Crosby. Team is in a way better position right now. Way better position right now. I think they find a way to win this game. If I'm gonna sit here, I can't really sit here and give you a recipe for it. I mean, offensively, we know what they're gonna do. They like to run the football. Everybody in the world know we like to run the football. I can sit here and tell you that. We're gonna throw the ball to St. Brown. I can sit here and tell you that. All defensively, I have zero idea what the hell they're gonna do. And if I told you I do, I'll be sitting there lying. I do think being at home, they're gonna find a way to pull this game out. I do think they will. I got Lions 26, Green Bay 23, meaning that Vegas still screws y'all on the 3.5 points because it's a guarantee that's gonna happen. So yeah, like I said, I got Lions winning 26-23. If they do lose, and I talked to Ashanti about this recently, whether people believe it or not, because the Bears have beaten us before, the Bears game at Soldier Field in a couple weeks scares me a little bit more than the Green Bay game. And then even Buffalo. We don't know what we're gonna see from Buffalo coming in on a week-to-week basis. You gotta look at the injury reports, but I do believe we find a way to win this game tomorrow night. They gut out another one, roughly 26-23. So, Shanti, what you think about the money line on this game?
What is it? Plus 120? Is that in the
Yeah,
screen?
Green
Yeah.
Bay plus 120.
How many
Yeah,
viewers we
I
got?
think I think it's some money to be made. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like if you go on my theory, if you're not just really saying, like I said, just for me, it's just for this week, and you might say, hey, Green Bay, if they pull out an upset, it might be a little way to get some extra coins this week, but I wouldn't touch it because it's not big enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it means that most of the money's on the Lions to win this game, but they're not. It's not really a good payoff actually this week.
So
Look,
You
you
man,
know.
it's not a
saying
good payoff.
Packers win by 5?
Uh,
So
yeah, I
you
got
saying Packers win by
He
4
didn't say
points?
that. He didn't
no, no,
say that.
no,
He
no,
know what I'm saying, man. He know what
nah. I
I'm
Nah,
know.
you
Yeah.
saying.
you doing that
Because
thing where
usually,
you get him
man,
too much respect again.
Mhm.
usually in this situation, man, Vegas know what they doing. You give Lions 3.5 points at home. Everybody's gonna take it. Because most people ain't following us like that. They know that we 11-1 and we keep on winning. Most people probably would take that number, which means that if Green Bay wins, they're gonna win by 4 points. 4 or 5 points. Just knowing Vegas, man. We talk
Well, the
about this.
number was 5.5. Remember, I told you. Remember last week it was
Yeah.
5.5. It's
Yeah.
dropped now since the injury, so they think it may be a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, they see it a little bit different. But like again, the Lions still favorite. You know what I mean to win the game. So if I had to put a bow on this game, listen, all the drama, I love it, man. This is what even Dan Campbell said as much in his press conference. He said, next, I love he's turned into the cool, calm, and collected guy he has. I mean, I kind of thought he was going to be the guy that's
He got a kicker now.
the loud, just unhinged interview. You know what I'm saying? And he's
What you
totally
gonna
different.
do, brother?
Yeah, it's totally different from that. I mean, it's like he the calmest. It's like all the reporters today or yesterday was doing it, and they asked him and frantically asked him about the defense, and rightfully so, and the people that we signed, and he just kept. He said, "Listen, we'll figure it out." You know what I'm saying? He gets I got confidence in AG. I got confidence in what we doing. We'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And he said the best guys will play. Basically, because they asked him who's gonna play. Is this guy suiting up? He's listen. Whoever's the best guy is gonna play. Period. So for me, sometimes you need a coach that kind of can put everything in perspective. You know what I'm saying? And we know he's not the guy that puts the cart before the horse, so to speak. He's not looking down. He did say it's nice to get 10 days off after today. So I do think they probably want to win this game. And then, like you said, and then maybe 10 days is eternity right now. At this juncture of the
Daily
season.
buy, yeah, that's nice.
You know what I'm saying? It's nice. Yeah. I mean, these guys, if they can get this win, man, boy, they might go 16-1. I don't know. I mean, what more can stop these guys, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, now they done ran 40 miles, and now they looking up, and now they got a fence on the top with barbed wire on the top. They got to get across that now. You know what I'm saying? So can they do it?
Yeah.
Maybe. You know what I mean?
Look, the Lions. Look, you notice Walt said all that nice stuff about the Packers. Still picked the Lions to win. He said all that nice stuff. He had to give his due respect. But we know that Packers are dead in the water. I will go on with your
And
point.
9-3? Damn.
Dead in the water in this game.
So they stand no chance
I
at
see
all.
my boy say it. Super random said 28-17. That's a good score. But Walt, you said it best. There's not a lot of money to be made, or there could be, but it's the money line is what 142. You might bet on the Lions to win and they win, and you only win $10 off $1,000 bet. Because Hollywood, Las Vegas, everybody know this is not no game, bro. If this was the Vikings, though, I would expect some different stuff. If this was the Vikings, maybe plus 10 or something different, some money to be made. But this is a team that's middle of the pack, third in their division, sixth in the league, playoff hunt. You know, if they would lose this game, they're pretty much dead in the water because they're not going to beat Vikings. So, you know, so they got to win this. They have to win out to make the playoffs in their mind. I'm sure that mediocre coach is saying the same thing, and I'm sure their valuable GM who picked all these great players is saying the same thing. Like, we have to win out. Oh my God. But we played Detroit. Yeah, it's the buzzsaw and the hammer and the sledgehammer with the bow tie on the face. Yeah,
this man said the bow tie on the face.
It's over, bro.
I don't know, man. I look at our division. I look around the rest of the NFC. Green Bay already sitting at 9 wins. There's a good chance that whoever wins the NFC South is probably going to finish with 9 wins. Maybe 10. Maybe 10. You look over at the NFC West. Arizona got 6 wins right now. Seattle's sitting at 6 wins or 7 wins?
They got 6.
Yeah, though there's a good chance that the team that finished second in our division will probably have more wins, even though they're gonna finish lower in the seeding. They'll probably have more wins than whoever wins the NFC South.
Yeah.
And maybe the NFC West at that point. Now, NFC East don't look over there. But as far as, the other conference, the other divisions, they're gonna get there. That's why I can't say not Arizona, but the Packers are dead in the water. I can't say they're dead in the water because they're sitting at 9 wins with 4 games to go. And you look around, all they got to do, because they're not going to get one of the top 4 seeds. All you got to do is get one of those last 7. Those last 3 for that matter. And you good.
The last 3?
Yeah.
And they going up against 2 teams that literally have the last 3.
Well, who they going to have to beat out for the wild card?
They have
Arizona,
Seattle.
No. We talking about. We don't know who's gonna win that division over there. But
Seattle's in the seed. Seattle's like in the 3rd seed right now.
Yeah, with 4 games left, and they already dropped one.
They're playing playoff.
Well,
every team they playing got something to fight for.
Yeah, we don't know who's gonna win that division over there. We don't. So you think Seattle? So what has Seattle done to make you think they just lost? Is it Geno? I know you're a big Geno fan. I know you're a big Geno fan.
It's the no, bro, no.
I'm just saying, man. Look, if we just doing the numbers, how many wins do the Seahawks got right now?
I believe 6.
Okay, they're 3 wins behind Green Bay right now, right?
And they still are the 3rd seed.
Okay, what I'm saying is they don't Green Bay, unless Green Bay comes back and wins the division somehow, they're not going to get one of those top 4 seeds. They're competing for the final 3. One of those final 3.
Detroit Lions curse. You forgetting about the Detroit Lions curse. After you play the Lions, you play them so tough and they lose the game. These people, see, got me cursed. They can't afford to lose this game and do all this fighting and then go over there against a playoff team, and whoever you decide is a playoff team, they can't afford to have that Lions curse come up. So, and they play on a Sunday too. So I hope that 3 extra days of rest is going to calm them down a little bit because they're going to need all the help they can get. See, I keep in mind that every team that goes against us lose the next week, with the exception of, I believe, Houston. So,
Howie Long told us all that. All that foolishness. Howie Long told us all that foolishness weeks ago.
I'm just looking
foolishness. No, man, I do think, like I said, I'm not going to trash the NFC the way a lot of people try to trash the NFC out of spite for Detroit. Y'all only winning because the NFC is weak and all this other stuff, man. You play whoever the hell you play. They told us before the season that our schedule was tough as hell. We 11-1 through 12 games, and now they turn around and tell us, "Oh, well, the NFC ain't shit." Is it not shit, or did we just make them look like not shit? Because Frisco was supposed to be better than. Well, I was the person that said the doors was going to fall off of San Francisco this season, and it kind of did. We thought Seattle was going to be a little bit better than what they are. They still sitting at 6 wins at this point in time of the season, though. They've underachieved. The Rams underachieved. Arizona overachieved so far. But Detroit. I think Detroit and Philadelphia. Well, I think Detroit is clearly overall, I think, better than Philadelphia. But it's not always about who's better. On any given Sunday, matchup wise, anybody can beat anybody, man, for that matter. So, all right, man, let's get out of here because these guys got to go. Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna get off here. I'm do whatever I want to do.
We was
I'm gonna
really
make me
arguing
a steak about as big as your back.
Me and my wife was really arguing about the Super Bowl, though. We was really arguing about
Y'all
the Super
was
Bowl.
about
Yeah,
going.
well, look, man. I told her, look, I don't know what you got to do. All right, if you got to work double shifts, take care of the baby. And I got to.
I'm willing to sacrifice that.
I'm willing to. I'm comfortable with your sacrifice.
Say we gotta go, even if it's nosebleeds.
Even if it's nosebleeds, we got to spend $1 million.
That's right, man.
Super Bowl week in New Orleans.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy.
I want to go somewhere for that's my birthday, and the 15th her birthday, and Valentine's Day in February. So she want to go the week. You want to let's just go to New Orleans for the week. Why would I be out there in the Super Bowl?
Or birthday February 15th.
Like that. Like we're in the Super Bowl town for the Super Bowl the week before the Super Bowl, but we doing the romantic thing. She's awesome.
All right, fellas, let's get out of here, man. We done gave these people an hour and 31 minutes, man.
They got too much content.
Too much content. They know they about to overbet.
Thanks, Lamar, for coming on, man.
Oh, no problem. Man. You guys do the best show, man. Yeah. You guys do the best show. I could get on Detroit Darcy from Canada show. Detroit Darcy from Canada, who has to cross a lake to claim he's from Detroit.
This man getting it.
I was just saying. He don't make content. He used other people as puppets to make content. Yeah.
Man.
Peace, y'all.
Right, Peace. Oh, we still live? Okay.
Peace.
Yeah, we still.
What did Jordan do?
All right, man. We gonna be back in a couple days to talk about a Lions win.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Lions win.
All right, till next time. One pride.
One pride.